Hi, I'm Tony, this guy's Slack, welcome to SmogVlog.
Yeah, so it's vlog time, so we're going to chat some crap about the vaping news. Okay, first up on the vaping news, we've got quite a nice story from over in Northern Ireland.
I understand you might be confused there because we said a nice story, that never fucking happens.
Yeah, so starting on a high. This dude, he's opening up his 18th vaping shop in Northern Ireland, and it's actually sort of made it into the Irish news, which is really cool. It's a proper vaping success story. So his first store, he started with an £850 investment, right? This 18th store, he's spunk in 100 grand on to get open. And he's got visions much bigger than that. He's looking to have about 30 vaping stores in total, so yeah, he's well on his way to that. But he's also branched off into other things, like he does fit outs for Bernardo's shops and stuff like that, which is really cool. I mean, it's a proper vaping success story. His stores look really nice. He seems like a really nice chap, and it's in the media. And it's not anti-vaping, so 2 thumbs up. Yeah, brilliant. So yeah, hats off to him. And let's hope we see more success stories like this that don't get torn down by the TPD. So anyway, congratulations to Stephen at eCig over in Northern Ireland. If you're out that way, do be sure to check him out.
And the next story for you from the Daily Mail. E-cigarette users are significantly more likely to be problem drinkers. They are saying that devices encourage excessive alcohol consumption, according to a study.
Yeah, I've got this waving about ready.
It's ready.
I can't hit it enough because just
get the hammer.
Yeah. So this makes me very angry. Okay, we know for a fact that when you vape a lot, it does actually make you thirsty. Yeah, because all the VG and PG going around your system, it makes you thirsty.
Yeah, it's a diuretic, you lose moisture actually vaping.
However, to say that leads you to go on binge drinking things is utter bullshit.
Yeah.
They're completely missing the point. So the crux of their argument is that when people give up smoking, a lot of people also give up drinking. Now, I tell you what, when I was smoking and stopped, I was fine stopping smoking until I had a drink. That's the reason people give up, right? It doesn't need to be problem drinking. There's not a problem with going out and having a few beers, but after just 1 pint of beer in a pub, I wanted a fag every time. Now I vape, I don't have that problem.
Yeah.
So, I don't go for a cigarette and think, I don't go for a beer and think, I need a cigarette if I've got my vaping stuff, Now, because you take up vaping, if you go out for a beer, you can just vape. It doesn't make you a problem drinker. However, if you are someone who goes out and drinks a lot, smokes a lot, and you move to vaping, then you're still going to drink a lot. It doesn't really change who you are, but that's one of the beauties of vaping. It still enables you to you go through the motions of having a cigarette, and this makes me angry.
You're getting so angry, you're getting off topic. I'm wondering whether the article is written to the fact or the point, and the bullshit study is written to the point of, because you're an e-cigarette user, you're not having to go outside. I'm thinking from not socially drinking in pubs, but drinking at home. So you don't necessarily, if you're at home and you went outside to have a smoke, so you're not drinking outside, maybe because you're staying inside, you're cracking open more cans. I don't know.
Maybe, but I mean, this doesn't make me want to drink alcohol. I always want to drink alcohol. I very rarely get the opportunity, and when I do, I like to have a vape with it. But the thing is, they're two separate things, but they go together nicely. But that cause and effect, it's flying spaghetti monster here,
Ultimately, what it comes down to is that the devices aren't making you drink more. It's your own inability to stop yourself drinking more.
But yeah,
I don't know.
That's the thing. If I go out drinking, I want to smoke, and if I go out drinking, I can vape instead.
Yeah.
And so it's all good. But I think what they're grasping at here is that if you are giving up smoking, you stop smoking dead, and you really want to stop smoking dead, not using any sort of backup devices, a lot of people will have to give up drinking to do that. Because the temptation when you've had a couple of beers, your willpower, you go, oh, it'll be fine, and I did that for years on cigarettes. But that doesn't make e-cigarettes the cause of you having a drinking problem. The drinking problem is what makes you the cause of having a drinking problem. I really like going out and drinking. I so rarely get the opportunity anymore. Like tonight is going to be a good one, off to a beer festival, so it's going to be wicked. But aside from that, can't remember. It was about a month ago when I went out clubbing last and had some beers, and I think that was probably it.
It's even longer ago for me. I can't remember.
Yeah, in my head I would like to go out and get pissed with my mates every night. That would be fine. I'm totally fine with that on a mental sort of level. But the opportunity, real life gets in the way, and so I don't think I have a drinking problem as a result of that. Even if I go out and drink heavily on the odd time I do, because it's I don't put drinking ahead of other things. It's crap. The only thing we said, e-cigarettes do make you thirsty. They don't make you drink alcohol. That is just bullshit.
Well done, male. Well done, twats.
I suppose. Look, have there ever been any instances of someone who didn't drink until they started e-cigarettes? Like, oh, I started e-cigarettes. Now I'm addicted to like rum and meth or something. It's just what the fuck.
Moving on. Okay, and on to the next story, which I probably just said in the last bit, but fuck it, we'll move on. Another daily fail story for us. A Florida man, aged 21, has had an e-cigarette explode in his face and cover his neck and face in burns.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's pretty nasty. He was using a mech mod with a velocity cloner. I can't quite tell what the mod itself is. It's a bit black and charred. Yeah, it is shit. However, the way this is all, again, being portrayed is just more anti-e-cigarette. The angle they take, it just really makes me angry. Okay, so they're not putting any information out there to help people explain why this happened. Was it a faulty cell? Did he just have his mech mod adjusted wrong? Was there a short on his unit?
What you're saying is there's actually no reporting in the article at all. It's just sensationalising the fact that e-cigarettes.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. Now, so you may think that sounds a bit sort of unfair because this has happened. I do believe this has happened. There's pictures of the unit, pictures of the guy in hospital. So first off, it says the guy's in a coma. What it does go on to say that he's in a medically induced coma, so it didn't put him in a coma. So you've got to scale it out, and you don't want someone who's in pain making the wounds worse while working them. But a medically induced coma nonetheless. So I'm not saying this isn't a significant problem, for the guy. However, it's just the angle of it. So I've done a bit of digging because I think, this is just a battery's exploded. It's an 18650 mod. What else uses 18650s? Torches. Let's do a bit of Googling, find out some torches that explode, because it's the same kind of thing. You've got that, it's a very similar device, and a high power LED torch, you can get chuck out a few thousand lumens from a single 18650. That's going to get really hot, and it's going to put the battery under a similar sort of load pressure, right? I can find video footage of people on YouTube and their own personal reports of their torches exploding, right? But can I find any news articles on it? No. It's the same sort of problem. People are being hurt. There's one guy, his hand was all like cooked up. He had a tactical light on his gun. Out in America, obviously, and the tactical light exploded, and it's exactly the same thing. You've got a problem with the device, battery failure, it vents, explodes, and causes problems. Now, obviously, it's worse when it's right close to your face. Though people use torches near their face, and it's. But it's the fact that doesn't get covered. Other things, remote control stuff explodes, causes all sorts of problems. There's all sorts of problems around when these batteries do happen. You also have to remember it's extremely rare that this does happen, even though like there's 2 articles about exploding batteries at the moment. But at the same time, that's 2 out of how many millions of people who are vaping. But again, it's lacking on the evidence. It doesn't say what caused the explosion. So for a concerned vapor, it's useless. It's just noise. It is just scaremongering. If you want to take it beyond scaremongering, actually put some useful details in there that people can take away and learn from other people's mistakes. So,
that's it. Rant over.
Yeah. I'm going to have to quote this, right, from the article. And this is one of the things that I don't get. Okay, so we've got a velocity clone on there. Right, it said the mouthpiece went when the device exploded. It went down his throat and may have exploded again.
The mouthpiece.
The mouthpiece. A drip tip exploded.
Exploded.
I mean, how?
Unless he's strapped C4 to it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're vaping nitroglycerin, it's possible.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's... Yeah, again, I mean, I feel really sorry for the guy. I hope he gets better soon. Yeah. But... my problem isn't with him, and you know this is a real thing that's happened, but it's the way it's being handled.
Yeah.
It is just handled badly by the media. It's just sensationalism, scaremongering, pitchforks, no useful information in it. So yeah, if the media wanted to be useful, they could say how to avoid this, and it isn't to avoid e-cigarettes, because millions of people aren't going to give up just because of one battery exploding. It's the same as I still use a torch when I know there's an inherent risk with it.
They're not gonna help you though to avoid this happening, because if it didn't happen, then what would they be reporting on? The crux of this story essentially arcs back to the fact of battery safety. Now, yeah, like Slack, I feel sorry for the guy that it happened. However, he should be aware of what he's using, what it's capable of, and how to avoid any of these situations. And that should be the same for anyone that does this type of thing.
Yeah, especially mech mods, you know. Like,
there's no safety built into them. The safety is you.
Yeah, that's entirely it. And that, you know, we can't express that enough. If you're buying a mech mod, and you're seeing this and you think, oh, actually I don't want to get mech mods, get one with good venting spaces. So if your battery does vent, it doesn't vent through the atomizer into your face, you know. And follow all the safety guidelines, do a lot of research on it. It's not some, like, these guys, you know, where they've got built-in sort of circuit protection, a lot safer. You know, it's not completely safe. You know, you want to be completely safe, stay in bed, wrap yourself in cotton wool. But at the same time, you know, a mech mod, it's a pro device, you know, and you have to accept that the battery safety's on you.
Yeah.
But anyway, look, we do hope he gets better soon, and we hope the media start to shift their
focus and pitchforks.
Onto helping people rather than scaring people.
It won't happen. It won't.
We can hope.
Yeah, well, we can also be realistic. They're always going to report on the worst case scenario, because. Moving on. Okay, so next up, the article that we reported in the last vlog about the guy that had the hole burnt in his lung. Yeah,
so that's been updated in the media now. I still find this really, really weird. Okay, there's 2 things I find really weird about this. The first one is that apparently he took his e-cigarette in with him, and
to the hospital.
To the hospital, yeah. Right. And also, this isn't a case of he was just suddenly burnt. He's like, I'm melting, and then straight 999 to an ambulance. He went to bed feeling a bit unwell, with pains in the shoulder. He went to the hospital the next day, right? So, you know, we're sort of changing the scale of this hole being burnt in the lung from being like a
999 emergency ambulances
to something's not right. But that's fine. So he went to the hospital, and apparently while he was there, his nurse hooked up his e-cigarette to an oxygen tube and proved that it was spitting out liquid. I mean, I've been to hospital quite a few times, and I've never seen nurses there for more than a second to fluff around you and run away. I mean, I don't know what, maybe he's got some magic private hospital where, they actually sort of spend a bit of time, but it seems weird that would be done. And also, when we say spitting out liquid, there's no video evidence of this that we've seen or is mentioned. So is it spitting out liquid in the form of vapour that's condensing on this tube? Was the tube sucking or blowing? Was it just doing neither?
Exactly. I mean, that's the problem I've got, because if it's an oxygen tube, then it's supplying oxygen, which is blowing air. So this is the equivalent of pissing in the wind. So
yeah, so I mean, it's really weird. Again, there's still not quite enough. It's good that there's a bit more information, but it's not enough information. So anyway, this guy's had a hole burnt in his lungs. I mean, it's massive headlines, when the story broke, and it was across a lot of papers. He was in hospital for overnight. That was it.
Overnight.
He went back 5 days later for a checkup, and he's back to work on the Monday.
Some proper Wolverine healing abilities.
Yeah,
there.
So I mean, again, it's the media. Maybe this did all really happen, but it's the media reporting with the massive pitchforks, I think, have blown stuff out of proportion, which may sort of make more sense, because this burning a hole in the lungs thing, we just can't figure out how it could happen. Like I say, I've got some really, really spitty devices. It doesn't get further than my tongue, and even then, it doesn't burn my tongue.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And this is extreme sub-ohmy sort of things, 0.1 ohm.
But this article wasn't about that, though, was it? He was
using a Kanger. Yeah.
Was it a Kanger?
And it is Kanger that he was using, because apparently they've tried to get in touch with Kanger who haven't passed comment. And if I was Kanger, I would want to retrieve that item back to prove what was going on.
Mm.
And I would expect that they'd get it back in the post, and it would probably not be performing bad to the point where it would cause this injury.
Yeah.
I just don't know. But anyway, it's an update. It's there. A couple of things that I'm still not happy about.
It's an update on bullshit, which is just effectively more bullshit. So, yeah. Take it with a pinch of bullshit. Moving on. Next up on the hit list is the Legal Examiner with an article / advert for e-cigarette explosions endangering customers.
Consumers. But that's fine. Yeah, what the crux of this is they're going through saying that, everyone's taking up e-cigarettes, and there's been quite a lot of stories in the media recently. Maybe in the last few months, but it's fine. There's been an increase in stories as the usage goes up. There's been an increase in stories about exploding devices, and what they're saying is that people are switching to e-cigarettes to give up smoking and hoping to stay healthy. And it starts going through sort of talking. It all sounds sort of fairly logical, and finishes up with this massive sales spiel. If you or one of your loved ones has been injured in any way by an e-cigarette related product, please get in touch with our legal team and we'll be happy to help you. Now, usually we wouldn't actually cover something like this, because it is a glorified advert for legal protection for the American "I'm going to sue you because your name's Tony," sort of thing. But what it does say is that their first and foremost interest is keeping us healthy and safe, right? So they've got a contact thing on there. I'm going to get in touch with them this week and see if they can tell me which e-cigarette devices are good for you and which ones are bad. I'm going to sort of just see how much help and advice they really want to give us, or whether they are just, as Tony put it, ambulance chasers. So, yeah, let's see how that goes.
We'll update you in
however long it takes to hear back from, because they might get wind of, we're a reviewing channel and and not give us the time of day. But who knows? We're still fairly small. We could probably sneak under the radar.
Hope so.
So yeah, we'll let you know. Next
up is article out of Malaysia. 300 e-cigarette stores raided in Malaysia. So it turns out the Health Ministry, was it? Yeah. Health Ministry has actually sent in the troops to raid 300 e-cigarette stores for e-juices to check their contents.
Yeah, nicotine levels.
Stuff. Even though in the previous week, the council
had agreed not to ban vaping. And then less than a week later, they are doing dawn raids.
It's like giving it with one hand and slapping them around the face with the other. That's a bit fucking heavy-handed, Malaysia.
Yeah.
A bit heavy-handed.
They do death sentence, so, you know.
Do they?
Yeah, I think so.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, okay, you're lucky. You got off lightly.
Yeah,
no,
I mean, it's been handled really badly because, you know, this is people's lives. You know, people have started a business up, and you've just come in and seized all their stock a week after you've just said it's not going to be banned.
Yeah,
like,
I know the markup on sort of like vaping stuff is pretty heavy over here. I can't imagine it would be as heavy over there.
I think it is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, even so, they've invested all of their money into these stores.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, that's their livelihood, and now a large majority has just been fucking taken away from them. Where the fuck are you left? You can't. You've got no money available to buy more stock to restock the shelves. So who the fuck's going to be coming to you to buy stuff if you've got nothing available to them?
Yeah,
you're done as a business.
I know. So they've just said that vaping's not going to be banned, but what they've done is taken steps to basically send it underground now. People are going to be relying on internet mail. People are going to be relying on sort of DIY stuff. It's going to become that seedy underground that you've just said you don't want to head to by not banning it. So they've just handled this really badly.
This is sort of like through the looking glass of what it's going to be like in the UK come next year, I reckon.
Could be.
If next month and the outcome from Totally Wicked's challenge to the TPD, that one, doesn't work, and the few others that are going to the House of Lords, I think. There's a few other petitions against it as well. If they all fail, then by May next year, that's it, fucking done. It's sending everything underground.
Yeah, it's the same's happening in America. You know, you see everyone, all the American vapors out there. There's been a massive petition sent round, and they're all saying do more. You know, Grim Green saying that petition's fine, sign it, but you know, do more. Send letters yourself, get involved yourself, and you know, that's it. You just need to reach out and go to that next level to try and stop this happening. Or we could be the ones receiving dawn raids. And, you know, this time next year, me and Tony might be sat here reviewing cakes. Which would be alright.
I haven't got a problem with this.
Yeah. But, you know, it's...
Leave us a comment down below if you want cake. I want cake.
Yeah, I want cake now. Are you getting a bit hard?
Yes. I've got a semi going on. Were we done with that? Or
yeah, I think we're done with that. I don't think we can...
Okay, we're done with that.
We're done with that.
Cake entered the frame.
Yeah, so... Word up, Malaysia.
Well done, Malaysia. And lastly, on the vlog news this week, Yale study finds state youth eCig ban leads to increase... Shut up!
Fucking seamless.
Traditionals, it leads to kids smoking again.
Do we need a fucking auto cue?
It'll fucking do, I tell you. or make those words bigger. Anyway, so yeah, what everyone thought, you know, you take away the e-cigarettes from the youth. You take away the e-cigarettes from the youth. What are they going to do? Yeah, they're going to go back to fucking smoking.
Yeah, I mean,
what a surprise!
I've seen similar articles from the UK, and it's one of those things. Children shouldn't be smoking, right? Children shouldn't be doing e-cigarettes, but they do. And you know, you've got to have the standpoint of it's not allowed. I don't support it, but at the same time, if it was my kid, I would sooner have them vaping than smoking any day of the week. You know, and by having tougher controls harder to get hold of, we're seeing the shift back to cigarettes, because kids who are going to do something like that will do something like that. You know, you're going through a very difficult time of your life where you don't really understand how shit fits together in the world, and it's something fun and sneaky to do, and you know, you understand the massive appeal. Similarly, the massive appeal for e-cigarettes is it doesn't knacker your lungs up in the same way that cigarettes do. Certainly, I feel that it doesn't, and there's no concrete evidence to suggest that it does. You know, we're only seeing stuff, you know, the media pitchforks that suggest it's really bad for you.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's not a surprise. You take vaping away from children who shouldn't be doing it, and they can still get to cigarettes. Why the fuck can they still get to cigarettes if it's harder to get to
that's
vaping?
what I'm questioning in my head as well. I mean, if are they putting so many bans and hurdles in the way of vaping so much more than cigarettes that the kids are actually finding it easier to get access to cigarettes than vaping equipment? That is fucking bullshit right there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And we're only going to see this more, you know, and yeah, it's shit.
It is shit. Sorry. Okay, and now lastly, because, you know, we're fucking tired of ending these vlogs on a shit note, we've just been through the news to find a happier one. The Right Honourable Kevin Barron MP, is it Right Honourable? Yeah, Right Honourable. Fucking Right Honourable. Is backing e-cigarettes for us.
Yeah, so he's an ex-smoker who is pro-vaping as a smoking cessation tool, harm reduction tool, and it's good. We need people like that with a sort of, you know, half a brain cell in the right places,
but also inside knowledge, actual real world experience.
Yeah, know what it's like to be a smoker, know how difficult it is to give up, and has the power to champion it in a way that's more meaningful than two arseholes on a sofa just chirruping about the news.
Yep.
So yeah, it's really good. So we'll link you up and you can check that out yourself.
Yeah.
So everyone loves a happy ending.
Okay, so next up for you guys, product updates, review updates,
article updates,
stuff that we've done.
Yeah, shit that we have done.
Not an awful lot.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I've been ill so many times. I had like 3 colds back to back with about a total of 4 days where I was feeling okay. So yeah, it's been tough. It has been tough. But yeah, we did the DIY eCigs, and that was a lot of fun to do.
Yeah.
Had some good comments on that, which is cool. Yeah, so there's a lot of people using different things. I'm a big fan of the Alchemist cupboard. You know, who I first used. Good prices and a good selection, good service. So while I use Alchemist cupboards, Mark, who's a regular, he uses makemyvape.co.uk, so they're well worth checking out. Quite good prices as well, and they've got some recipe ideas on there. They seem pretty cool.
And in the comments for the DIY e-juice, was it DIY e-juice? Yeah. It was DIY e-juice. We had Don Nicella linking us up with Make My Vape. Not Make My Vape.
We just did that.
Was
Vapor Depot.
Was
vapordepot.com.
Cheers for that. No, I'll be checking that one out actually. Yeah. And the only other video that we had up this week was the Halloween e-juice vampire vape special.
Yeah, due to illness and injury, that was supposed to be a lot bigger. You know, we go green screen and crazy shit, and you know, plastic bats and everything. But yeah, no, it just didn't happen. But yeah, at least we got something done for it just in time for Halloween. But yeah, not what we wanted, but it's alright.
Hopefully, if we're still vaping next year, it'll be better.
Yeah, if we're still allowed to vape.
Yeah.
And the only other video we've got coming up isn't actually up when we're filming this, but should be by the time you're seeing this, will be the Snowball version 1.5 review. I mean, no real updates since we've done it. I suppose the only thing is the fact that it fires down to 0.05, awesome for temp control, works really well. When it does work, a little bit buggy picking it up. But when it's working, really brilliant, really great unit. I really love it. Really solid build. Yeah, it's brilliant. Definitely a fan.
Okay, upcoming videos we've got for you. I'm wiggling this at the camera. Apparently.
I'm going to wiggle both of these at the camera. If you can tell what they are, great. If not, teaser.
And
I mean, yeah,
lots of other stuff as well.
Tons of other stuff. You know, we've been complaining about waiting for vape mail to turn up in the last couple of videos. That That shit has arrived. You know, I've got stuff coming out of my ears now, and it's not earwax. It is just, it's awesome. It's like a kid at Christmas.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Unfortunately, a couple of bits I missed shipping with, so I'm not going to get for ages. One of those was the Hanya RDA, which had the postless design. So I'm a bit gutted about that.
I was looking forward to that one.
But, you know, next time. And,
next time.
Yeah.
And lastly, before the end, funny stories. I suppose for me it would be having my follow-up X-ray with the doctor at the hospital. We had an interesting conversation. I did know that what he said about people who smoked. If you're a smoker and you have sort of like a bone breakage, your bones will take longer to mend. They actually call it callousing. The bone actually creates more bone to bond back to the original bone. And if you're a smoker, there's something in cigarettes that actually inhibits that and just makes it take longer for that process to happen. Now, the doctor that I had made that same reference to e-cigarettes as well, looking at my vape pen that I had around my neck, saying, you might want to stop that for 3 months. And I looked at him and said, you fucking joking, aren't you? That's not going to happen anytime soon. And I asked him, I said, well, why is that? He said, well, because it might inhibit the bones healing back together. And I'm like, well, might isn't concrete, and me as a vapor and an ex-smoker is not something that's actually very feasible. I mean, even when I had fucking flu and I was on my deathbed, I still managed to, you know, put sort of like a shawl round me or a coat or something like that. Winter is coming, and go outside, cough my guts up, smoke half a cigarette, and then come in and fall unconscious for a few hours. So, you know, a small fucking hand breakage is not going to stop that from happening. And I freely said to him, I've run an internet vlog and I will be researching this and it will be going in the vlog, so ha ha ha!
Yeah, we're going to do a bit more digging, see if it is the nicotine that would do it, but I don't think it is.
I don't think it is as well. I mean, it's a toxin, we know that, but does that inhibit bones healing?
But also, he didn't even check whether you had nicotine in you.
No, he just said it straight off the bat.
Yeah, I've got quite a bit of zero nic e-juice at the moment, and yeah, so
I think I'd probably be all right transitioning to zero if I knew that it was nicotine that was going to be
causing the problem.
then at least I'd have the motion of, you know. You always have to take it there, don't you? You always.
It wasn't me rubbing myself.
Who was rubbing anything? I was just making the... What was I doing this for again?
Because you like it like that.
Oh yeah, that's the spot.
You've totally forgot what we're talking about.
What was I doing this?
Nicotine in the e-cigarette.
Yeah, the motion of actually vaping, yeah. That's where I was going with that. Perv.
Jeez, you're an old man you are. You wear a granny shawl and you forget what you're talking about.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming. Yeah.
Yeah, let's move over to your funny story, bitch.
Yeah, I haven't got any funny stories. I'm a miserable fucker.
He is.
Hate everything.
Miserable ill fucker for this week.
I'm on the mend now, which is nice. I guess not funny story, but quite cool. Been trying out vaping at 200 watts just to try it out on a device for a review.
If you're interested, check our Snow Wolf review. It'll be the video before this one. It will be in our video section.
Yeah, so always a bit cautious with that. You know, same as if you've got a car driving at full speed. You know, it's that take it to the edge. Don't really want to do it, but actually it was fine. Not something I would take to doing all the time, but yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was kind of my highlight thing to mention of the week, I suppose.
Right, it's about time, gentlemen and ladies, because
4%,
5.8, I think last time I looked, 5.8% of you are female viewers. Thank you very much. We do apologise for all the sexual innuendo. But it happens.
Yeah, it does.
Guys, thank you for watching. We hope you like what we're doing, and if you don't, let us know why.
Yeah, constructive comments always welcome.
Yeah, what can we do better? Similarly, if we're doing what you do like, and you enjoy our shit, drop us a like. You tell them about the other stuff.
Oh yeah, we're busy on social media, so follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and if you've got any questions, either hook us up in the comment section below or shout us on Twitter. We're quite chatty, so yeah.
You said chatty.
I did.
You said chatty.
First time.
First time.
Anyway, thanks for watching SmogVlog. Shit, look at that.
Don't worry, there's time for it all to go horribly wrong. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Check the camera. Good. Ready?
Yep. Let me check the camera.
Shut up. See, how can I start with you going...
Oh, it's fine. It's good.
It is good.
It is good.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay. Hi, I'm Tony. This is Slack. And he is laughing. He's laughing at me.
At you.
At me.
Yeah, let's hope we see more success stories like this that don't get torn down by the TPD.
Yeah, you said it right.
I did. Stephen Mealy.
Mealy.
Mealy. M-E-A-L-Y.
Melee.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Mod to the head. In other vaping news, Tony has just got a broken face. Shall I think that out? Yes.
Shall I? Yeah, okay, then let's do that.
Yeah, good. Let's not do Sandman impressions.
Okay, and lastly?
No, probably not.
Okay. Okay, and next... Shut up.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Alrighty then. Cheeky.
Oh God. Yeah, I don't know how you can't like that. That smells lovely.
Horses for courses, mate.
Smell.
Yeah, it smells like arse. Oh, where's my phone?
That is some tasty arse you're chewing on. Where do I get some arse like that?
I've lost my phone.
Do you want me to phone it?